Did Riize's Seunghan shade the Sserafim's Eunchae? And if he did, then why is TXT's Soobin's toes trending as a result? Itzy to record a new album. Without Lia? I feel like we're just inventing flaws out of nowhere at this point. Hyunjin's Mistreatment, SM's global boy group Red Velvet just can't catch a break, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-Pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, of course, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. Of course, feel free to skip through to whatever segment interests you the most. I also have a second channel, all my social media linked below, everything, all that jazz. Let's get into it. The juiciest news I've seen in a while. Why does it have to include feet? So Riize's Seunghan and TXT's Soobin have been under heavy scrutiny recently due to a seemingly private live stream on Instagram between the two that got leaked. Now, I will say for the most part, a lot of the criticism is directed towards Seunghan because at least for Soobin, his toes are the center of attention, but we'll get into that. Basically, it seems that the two idols took to private accounts to go live on Instagram to an audience of around 4 people. Now, in the original story, Seunghan was accused of talking badly about the Sserafim's Eunchae, as he was saying something about someone not being able to sing and not being able to dance, even name dropping Eunchae in the conversation. However, it seems that there were some mistranslations going around, so here's a more accurate transcription of the conversation. So this is what Seunghan was apparently saying to Soobin himself. It's a fact, you can't dance, sing, or rap. You're just all excited just because you emceed for Music Bank. You even got to meet our Eunchae. So for further context, people have brought up the fact that Soobin got to MC Music Bank with Eunchae. Here's this photo, seemingly as proof of that. However, the kicker to this story is that Soobin's response to this is that he showed Seunghan the toe middle finger. I mean, okay. Hence, you've been seeing a lot of talk about this man's feet online. But here's what some K-netizens thought of the situation. I hate both of them. Oh, what a turnoff. They seem to be quite close. How did they even get close? That our. So when he was talking about Eunchae, he said our Eunchae, which some people are taking issue with. So according to this article, in Korea, the term our is used to refer to someone who is family. For example, while Americans refer to their parents as my parents, Koreans refer to their parents as our parents. The term is also used to refer to romantic partners and other family members. The term, however, is not used to refer to friends or casual acquaintances. So they're kind of inferring that it was a joke that he called her like that. I really wonder if it's the equivalent of me saying my Karina. Obviously, she doesn't belong to me, nor am I actually possessive of her, but I love her and would die for her. So I do wonder if it's similar to that, like it just in a joking way. You're referring to someone in a possessive way. Who are they talking about when they're saying can't dance, sing, and rap? That guy is still a damn rookie. I only feel bad for the female idol being mentioned. They just seem super close, and this is the kind of thing two guys in their 20s would say. But my question is, are they even close to that girl they mentioned? I don't understand the issue. Aren't they just chatting as friends? Of course, it's kind of so-so that they mentioned the female idol like that, but I don't see why we're hating on them. They're freaking disgusting. It's my first time seeing them too. Eunchae is another idol's name. Ugh, what did she do to deserve this? So oddly enough, this isn't even the first time this has happened to Seunghan recently. Even close to his debut, which wasn't that long ago, an Instagram live of his was also leaked. So this has naturally led to some fans being worried about his inner circle, because if he's live streaming to just a couple of people, and these are seemingly a couple of people that he trusts, and this is the second time an Instagram live of his is being leaked, then obviously there's someone in his circle that he can't trust. While it is absolutely a privacy invasion for leaking Seunghan and Soobin's personal SNS, but I do want to clarify something because people may get the wrong impression, especially as far as I'm concerned. Panchoa provided an inaccurate translation and people shouldn't take their convo out of context. I would agree, especially in this situation, since it is in another language. If you don't fluently speak Korean, if you don't understand the intricacies of the language in question, then of course it's like we can understand what he said through translations, but do we really understand the joking nature of it? If he was joking, if he wasn't joking, like there's so many little intricacies that we wouldn't get just based off of reading a translation, if that makes sense. This is the third time that Seunghan's privacy has been invaded, and this time a friend of his who's well known is involved, which is completely unfair. I'm not sure why it is taking SM so long to file a lawsuit lawsuit against this group of individuals who have done nothing but harm Seunghan's reputation ever since he debuted. Truthfully, I really wonder if there's even any legal basis on this, because you are live streaming on a public platform, even though you're live streaming to your friends. I would think it's way different than a private conversation over the phone or over FaceTime, right? But anyways, here are some reactions to the situation that I found. Seunghan, Hyung, give me your hand. Soobin. I also wanted to share this TikTok about this by a single Pumgyu.
Alrighty, let's talk about this whole Soobin Seunghan situation. With that being said, Soobin, put your damn toes away on live.
Put your damn toes away.
Animal, put your toes away. Okay, that pretty much covered Soobin's portion of the video.
Oh my god.
Seunghan, I'm gonna show up to SM Entertainment with a lie detector test. You are going to bring your 10 closest friends, and we are going to lie detect every single one of them, because I'm telling you, dude, one of them's in your shit. On a real note, though, I did hear that the original translation that was provided was highly misleading, so take everything with a grain of salt, or don't believe it at all. The only thing that I have confirmed from this whole ordeal is that Seunghan and Soobin are like this, which is just really cool info.
Oh my god, I love that. You're animal. Soobin and Seunghan going live to an audience of 3. You've got 1 follower. You could have just texted them. I've seen Soobin's middle toe more than my father today. More than my father in this lifetime. That one up in the live. No! Ew. I really don't like feet. So of course there's some people making light of the situation, making jokes about it, especially Soobin's toes. Soobin's toes are basically the talk of the town. But there are some people who just maintain that this doesn't look good for either of them. Birds of a feather flock together. No one is pitiful here. Seunghan can't live without girls. How did he even debut? He's got to be fated to mess up. Insane. It's legendary. Birds of a feather. Ugh, sigh, I'm dizzy. What's this? Seunghan just confirmed once more that he can't live without girls. But Soobin's image took a hit because people now think birds of a feather. Although in this short convo, there's nothing really wrong that they did. Ugh. Oh, Soobin, his image is shattering. What do you think of this situation? Do you think that this is something that could have been prevented, especially if it includes another idol friend? Or do you think he did nothing wrong and the blame should entirely be on whoever leaked it? Let me know in the comments. I do want to discuss this a little, however, because it's like, on one hand, sure, idols definitely deserve privacy, but this also isn't a fantasy world. It is sad that you might have like 2 or 3 friends that you think you can trust, and then they're screenshotting your stuff and leaking it multiple times. And it seems that people are pointing out that Soobin was blonde in this live stream allegedly. Again, you know, let's say this is all allegedly, and maybe these 2 people are not actually Soobin and Seunghan, even though everyone thinks it's Soobin and Seunghan. Like, what if there's like that 1.1% chance that this isn't real? Again, we're just reporting on the news and talking about the news as it is. So people were pointing out that Soobin was blonde, and that was during Sugar Rush era, so it was some time ago. It makes me wonder how many live streams were actually recorded, how many live streams this person might have on hand to use against Seunghan. Do you know what I mean? If I were an idol, I really wouldn't trust my friends to that extent. And I know it sounds sad, but this is probably something that the company instills in the idols. Like, you know, maybe don't go on live stream with another idol from a different company to a couple of close friends. Try to keep your privacy as best as you can, because people will try to invade it. You do have a right to privacy, but people are going to try to invade it anyways. I remember Hyunjin from ATEEZ once was like talking about how they have a rule at their dorms that they can't bring anybody home. And Jongho was sick, and he's like, can my parents come over? And he's like, yeah, of course, like parents are always welcome. But it definitely got me to thinking. Sure, it could seem like a strict rule, like, wow, I can't even have any friends over. But just because you trust someone doesn't mean that person isn't going to backstab you. So if you bring your friend home and you're living with other members of your same group, I mean, not only could that make it just like uncomfortable, you know, this is your place, your safe space, your home, but it's also just such a liability if you're an idol. So there are tons of rules in place to try to keep idols as safe as possible. But I don't know, it is a really tricky situation. But let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. Back in September, we talked about Itzy's Lia going on hiatus due to anxiety. JYP, of course, announced this, and then she also shared a handwritten letter to fans. Since then, we've gotten an update that not only is her hiatus ongoing into next year, but that she won't be participating in Itzy's next album. Itzy's Lia to continue hiatus through new album and world tour, and unveil solo track and letter to fans. So this is what JYP had to say. Currently, Lia is experiencing tension and symptoms of anxiety when carrying out scheduled activities. She was diagnosed with anxiety disorder as a result of examination from a specialized medical institution, and she is currently focusing on treatment. After adequate discussion with Lia and the members, it was decided that Lia will be absent from the production of Itzy's new album in January 2024, as well as their world tour, in order to consider the recovery of her health as the top priority. For the fans who must be upset by the news, Lia's solo track Blossom that was prepared in advance will be included in the next album, and a lyric video was revealed today. We ask for warm support and love from many fans. So of course this is a little shocking, right? Because we've heard of idols going on hiatus. This isn't something new, but personally I've never heard of a member not being able to participate in an album. But we'll get to that. Here's what Lia had to say to fans. I'm directly relaying an update with a handwritten letter for fans who must be worried. She basically reiterates what JYP mentioned, that she won't be participating in the album production nor the world tour because she's going to focus on recovering her health. I'm also revealing my solo track Blossom along with a lyric video for fans who must be upset. It is a song filled with my sincerity that I want to express to fans. Our Mitzi, are you doing well? I am doing somewhat well in my own way. I promise to return more improved and healthier, enough to repay the support given by Mitzi during this time we cannot spend together. Thank you for always trusting and waiting for me. Was that a play on words, the trusting thing? Mitko? No, never mind. So I definitely wanted to talk about this because it does seem like a very odd situation. Of course, the world must go on no matter what. People leave groups, people get kicked out of groups. No matter what happens, people still need to make albums, right? Unless you're Blackpink or Everglow. A lot of groups just can't take 2 years off. But to not be able to participate in the album. Now, a few things. I remember when Mingi went on hiatus for anxiety as well from ATEEZ for about a year. They were still releasing stuff, but they had a lot of stuff pre-recorded as well. So you could still hear his voice. He just wasn't performing his voice. Right? Yeah, literally. I'm like trying to remember. I think there was maybe Dreamers that he wasn't actually a part of. I digress. But a whole album without a member that hasn't been kicked out, that is still very much part of the group. Has that ever happened before? Let me know in the comments below. On one hand, I think it makes sense because if you're gonna go on a world tour, I mean, first of all, she's on hiatus. She literally cannot record anything. But let's say they had a bunch of stuff pre-recorded. They include her in the next album. They would still have to kind of re-record everything because it's planned out that they're gonna go on a world tour. They have to change all the choreography for everything, change all the line distribution for everything for this new album as well. It's just all this extra work too. So like I kind of get it, but I kind of don't also at the same time. Because I imagine as an idol, you're already suffering with anxiety. You're already feeling left behind because you are kind of moving on without somebody. And I know you have to, but we're talking about feelings here, okay? Let me breathe. So let me know your feelings about this in the comments. When I first heard the criticism that aespa's Karina had short limbs, I was livid. Not my Karina. I mean, of course she's allowed to have short limbs, but like, how dare you say that's something bad when me too. So basically she was on a show and she was denying the fact that she's perfect, citing her short arm length in comparison to her height. Now I've actually seen this as a diss towards her online in the past, and I didn't really get it. Like, you have short arms. Okay, and you literally still die for her. What was the point of bringing it up? The worst part is there's a compilation of her inadequate arm length. So in this picture, of course, they're showing, you know, everyone is shoulder to shoulder, same shoulder height, but her arms are shorter than the members beside her. Me though, my arms go there too. Then we have another photo where it just, you know, her, first of all, perspective, but her arms are not as long as Ning Ning's arms. I don't really know what this photo is trying to show. Stop it. Like, who did this? Now I understand that different countries have different beauty standards, but that doesn't mean that I have to sit here and accept whatever the hell this is. Of course, this isn't anything new. You can literally scroll a little bit on TikTok and you're gonna find an insecurity that you didn't know you needed to have. Hell, I didn't know arm length was something to be concerned about until today. But she's so brave for existing despite that. My goodness. I don't even know what to say. Naturally, there are a lot of people defending her arm length, saying it really doesn't matter. She's literally so gorgeous. Here's what some K-netizens have to say. But she's so pretty that I get mesmerized when I look at her, and I would have never been able to tell. Wow, I never noticed that they were short. But now that she says it, I can see it. But then on the other post, we can only see her face, so I won't be able to tell. Every eyes look at her face first. Yujimin is the best. I never knew. For real, I never noticed. I was looking at her face, so I never noticed. It actually makes her cuter. Let's not leave any room to consider short arms as a physical defect. If you have small feet, your arms will be short too. Does she have small feet? I seriously never noticed. It makes her cuter. No, but I just thought, is that so? But comparing the post under, she looks freaking cute. Well, thank God that was a very short-lived insecurity for me at least. We stand short arms. Anyways, moving on. Remember the collab between G-Idol Seunghan, IVE's Liz, and aespa's Winter? Well, some people are taking note of some interesting editing. So I scrolled through the whole music video and it seems we never get to see them in the same room, except at the end. And it's really that ending that people are like, oh, you really couldn't have got them all in the same room, actually. G-Idol Seunghan, aespa's Winter, and IVE's Liz Nobody collaboration called out for poor editing. So here we have the photo in question and it looks very edited, right? Like they don't look like they were ever in the same room at any point in time. No way. When you like zoom in, stop. Why did they have to edit them together? Like you couldn't get all three of them in the same room for 1 second. The music video is so awkward because they're all separate. Like the song is Flames, but you couldn't get Liz and Winter and Sun in the same room together for 1 minute. Also, am I crazy or is her face AI? Doesn't that look a little uncanny? Have you seen the Uncanny Valley TikTok trends? I don't know. I'm kind of mad Sun and Liz Winter don't have any scenes together. Like I know it's probably because of their mismatching schedules, but what's the point of collabing at this point? The Winter Liz Sun song is great. They all look gorgeous and everything, but it irks me that they weren't able to film anything together. Like, did they even know who else was going to be on the song? Can we bring back real collabs? Come on. Let people have fun again. You know, it's true. What's the point of collabing if you're never going to be in the same room together, if you're never even going to feed off of each other's energy, perform together, all that jazz? It kind of brings us back to the whole AI question. Like, what's the point if you're not actually singing, if you're not actually learning the language, if you're not actually... It's the future, unfortunately. I could see this becoming more and more of a thing. And I blame COVID. Do you guys remember during COVID some music videos where obviously the people were not together, but they still needed to push out content? Like Selena Gomez and Blackpink for Ice Cream. They couldn't film together, but they still kind of made it work. Ice Cream, I think, was still a good music video, though they were clearly quite separated. However, the music video where Lisa's SG music video with do you guys remember that? That DJ Snake music video with Ozuna, Megan Thee Stallion, and Lisa, where Lisa's just kind of like, I guess she was like dancing alone in a green screen and they just like plopped her in that music video. Do you remember this? But I want you won't dance with you. I slay all night with you. Oh my God. You know, at least during COVID, it's like, well, we literally physically can't. Now, what is the excuse? But with AI and everything, it's like, what's the point of anything? What is the point of anything? I don't know. But let me know what you thought of the collab, what you think of them not being able to come together. If you agree with the premise that there's no point if you can't actually even collab together, like properly collab. Or if you think this is the future of collabs, let me know. First, A2K. Then Dream Academy. But now SM is making a global boy group for the boys. SM to launch a new global boy group through reality show with British production company. So it seems that they're planning to broadcast the production process of the new boy group in a 6-part television series starting in the second half of next year in various countries, including Korea, the United Kingdom, and the United States. With the co-CEO Russ Linson saying, "We are confident that the combination of SM's creative skills and M&B's seasoned experience in curating skills and global entertainment will give birth to a new TV series that can enthuse music lovers around the world." I have no doubt about this because A2K was a hit. Dream Academy is literally a hit. People are loving the prospect of global boy groups. global. So here are some responses on Twitter. First, take care of your existing groups. They need to stop investing in creating more groups and focus on supporting and promoting the groups they currently have. Weren't they going to do this with NCT in the US, but it got scrapped? What happened to NCT Hollywood? One Direction better watch out, bruv. Let me know if you're excited about this. Red Velvet just can't catch a break. The group, of course, is in the midst of promoting their song Chill Kill. I was gonna say Red Velvet. So there was a post titled Red Velvet is apologizing after SM 3.0 gave the wrong location for the pre-recording, with SBS having two filming locations about 50 minutes away from each other. So the post is basically claiming that SM Entertainment gave the wrong filming location. So it seems because of this, the girls took to Bubble to express their apologies. Today was our first recording and something occurred that we are so sorry about. Sigh, I can't believe this happened. First, I want to thank and apologize to the Revelov who waited in the cold early this morning. This won't happen ever again. We are taking this incident seriously, and in the future, we will carefully check so that Revelovs don't suffer because of us. Thank you again for coming to support us. Thanks to you, we were able to finish the recording well. The fan chants were the best. I heard they gave you the wrong location in Dong. I hope you guys didn't wait in the rain. I think they were confused since the recordings usually take place in Dong. I'm sorry. You guys are going through so much this morning because of us. We will let the label know so this never happens again. I know you guys are waiting really early this morning to see our first stage. I'm seriously so sorry. And I heard the label gave the wrong location today. I am so sorry. Here's what some K-netizens had to say. Why are the members apologizing for this? What is the label doing? Sigh, why is SM using the members as a shield? The label should be the one apologizing. How are they going to compensate the fans for their travel expenses? The company is staying silent on the issue, lol. They still haven't released a formal apology. This is legendary. SM 3.0 is all about staying silent and using their artists as shields. Will it kill those crazy bastards at SM if they apologize? They're seriously rude. LOL, SM hasn't changed since going 3.0. So, why are people thinking that Hyunjin is mistreated? Why are people trying to trend hashtag JYP respect Hyunjin? So this is the tweet that triggered it. You can find us at COEX in Seoul, and we have these two videos which shows Stray Kids. However, they separated the video into two, and yet Hyunjin is seemingly missing from it. Here are some responses. All 8 members were included in the COEX ad in Seoul. There was no reason to crop Hyunjin's part out, especially since you divided the ad into 2 separate videos. I don't get it. You usually post the COEX Media Tower ad in one video. Why did you have to post it in 2 separate videos and also exclude Hyunjin? This is really disrespectful. So it seems people are upset because not only was Hyunjin cut out, but it seems that they posted 2 separate videos seemingly to fit the whole ad into it, and he still wasn't there. This triggered memories of previous instances in which Hyunjin was allegedly disrespected by his company. We have to mention this because every time we talk about mistreatment and I'm like, it's really not that big of a deal, people are like, well, no, it's an amalgamation of all the previous mistreatment against this idol. This is really just like another thing to add to the list. You have to know the list to understand it, Angelina. Being forced to perform injured for 8 months, being benched from all varieties for 4 comebacks, getting the least lines in screen time, not being protected, not even getting an RT for his campaign, getting cropped from ads, JYPE respect Hyunjin, hashtag JYP respect Hyunjin. So what do you think of this situation? Do you think it is proof of mistreatment or do you think it is an overreaction? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's move on to a little segment that I like to call Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop this week. So we have Miyeon, who is stepping down from her position as an MC for M Countdown after 3 years. Or host. I don't know what the difference is. So I've seen a lot of people saying they're going to miss her Miyeonification of a lot of the dances that she did with different groups. Sistar 19 is set to make a comeback. I feel like I literally manifested this by talking about them in the last podcast episode. Sistar 19 came out of the blue, gave us 2 beautiful songs, and then we haven't seen them for 11 years. So I'm so excited for their comeback. And Hypen released their music video for Sweet Venom. Okay, so I think we have some time for some Tik Toks. Super funny story. I woke up this morning and the flash was on my phone and I look and I had been recording for 4 minutes. It's just, that's all I recorded. Chasing that feeling is so bad. Oh my god. This is how desperate that neoculture technology group is.
Would you like $1 or do you want to double it and give it to the next person?
Give me the dollar.
No, I'm saying, do you want the dollar or do you want to double it and give it to the next person so the next person gets $2?
Give me the dollar. You said if I want $1.
No, you're not getting $1.
I don't get it. What?
Do you want to live to be 100? Me too. Kidney function.
Me too.
Not right. It's a privilege.
It's a privilege. Youth just got leaked, so it seems there's going to be a unit song featuring Yuno and Mingi, and it got leaked. Let's hear it.
When I was 13, I had my first love. There was nobody there,
Oh my god. Oh, that's so cute. Wendy, when she got arrested for killing that man during Chill Kill music video.
I don't believe in the glorification of murder. I do believe in the empowerment of women.
I do believe in the empowerment of women. I've seen these guys absolutely everywhere. A lot of K-pop references. So this is just foul. So, okay, just wait for it, okay? The Sserafim, please bring her back. No. This is so funny. We're just gonna play a little bit of it. I don't know why there's so many SpongeBob Patrick and Squidward AI covers, but this is Better Things by aespa. Wait for it. And they're all in the outfits too. I see these two together more than Blackpink comebacks.
Hold up, what? Oh my god. You say what?
This is an age-old question that I have. Maybe you guys can tell me. What is he looking up at? No, what is Jungkook looking up at? The whole thing, he's just looking. What is he looking up at? What is he? I need to know. My boy stood up for himself finally. It's always Vernon, isn't it? It's always Vernon in a fansign.
And yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I will become an adult like 10 days later. I was
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Can you please give me a birthday gift? Like, whatever.
I'd love to give you a birthday gift if you, stop talking that way.
What do you think about this concept?
Yeah, I really dislike it.
I really dislike it. Just from a lot of clips I've seen, I feel like it's hard to be delusional with 17 because I've seen like clips of like, who would you recommend to me as a boyfriend? And it's like, I think it was like the 8. He's like, no, don't think of us as boyfriends. And she's like, it's a hypothetical. He's like, no, don't even think about that. And that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye. No, I ain't scared yet. It's scary when you're like, what now? Blackpink in your area. That area's been what now? When I want you, when it's on you, oh darling, oh darling. When I'm in the mood and it's just us two all night.